Peace and love, Supreme Soul Tribe. Peace and love. Welcome to the Sacred T Square. I'm the creator and host, Tia Storm. T Honey, the artist. What's going on? This is going to be this week's Mystery Machine message. Hopefully, I ain't got crumbs everywhere. What's going on, everybody? This is going to be this week's Mystery Machine message. So, I'm going to start off with the channel messages that I was getting. Okay. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of unique. So, bear with me. Okay. Lately, you know how in the messages, Spirit's been trying to get us to, get back into our youthful self, our more fun side, our more playful, adventurous side. Okay. That's what I've been doing. Okay. So I've been watching old movies I love. Okay. Cartoons, all of that stuff. Now, I was chilling earlier today, and one of my favorite parts from the Monster House. Okay. I don't know if y'all ever seen the Monster House. Y'all need to watch it. Okay. One of my favorite parts is the opening scene when the little girl was riding her tricycle. Okay. And Spirit flashed me into this, and I'm like, what's up with this? And she just was free. That's what it was. She was on her trike and she was la 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 la. She over there, you know what I'm saying, getting it. She just getting it. The only thing that stopped her is when she landed on Never Crack a Line. Okay, and her tricycle got stuck. So it had me thinking about this innocence, about this playfulness. I feel like it's a double-edged thing with this. I feel like, yes, we're supposed to be getting back to our youthful, innocent, playful, adventurous selves, right? But then it's like balance be needed for that, because then you can become targeted, okay, by other energies just for being in your playful nature, just for being in your innocent nature, okay? And it got me to thinking about, why is that? And it's because, like, some people go for spiritual freedom or wanting to feel freedom inside, and other people don't have the courage to, and they stay stuck and they succumb to their fears. You see what I'm saying? Now, not only that, I feel like over the years with Divine Star Seeds, I feel like Spirit's bringing this up because a lot of people around us like perceived us to be naive. You see what I'm saying? Like they perceived us to be naive or gullible, or easily manipulatable. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I feel like, honestly, it just was a misunderstanding. Of course, that's what they would think, right? Because if they're the kind of person that, they're not tapped into their heart space, they don't, they're not brave, or they're not courageous, or they don't go for their dreams or go for their destiny. You see what I'm saying? Of course, they would feel that way. And it's crazy because all the energy, Spirit drew my attention to this, all the energy that they be putting out to try to kill our dreams and shit, or be all manipulative and shit, and ride the next motherfucker coattail on some meal ticket shit to their destiny type shit. All the energy it takes to do all of that, you might as well just put in your own fucking work for your own fucking journey. You see what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing. Here's why innocence is on the fence, because that innocence that everybody perceives to be gullible, you see what I'm saying? that innocence that they all perceive to be naive, is actually the divine Holy Spirit of love within you. Okay? It's actually your most divine self. It's actually unconditional love. You see what I'm saying? But, oh, you're just gullible. No, I have a good heart. I'm forgiving. You know what I'm saying? I love in spite of. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know you're a divine starseed. That's how you know you truly of the Christ consciousness. Because you truly was birthed forth from divine love. You see what I'm saying? We're literally unconditional love embodied, some of us. You see what I'm saying? 555 on the clock as I say this. And that's very interesting. Just me and my own journey. Because I'm a life path 5. This is universal year 5. Ain't been shit but towers. Towers where I live. I live here in Minneapolis, by the fucking way. Okay? Shit been going ham. Okay? And it's like, and then I thought about it. Sometimes, like, it's almost like our love be too real for people. Okay? With divine star seeds like me, like, our love will literally cause towers. I don't care if you're a life path 5 or not, or if you're experiencing tower moments or not. Sometimes the love you give out presents a tower moment to another person. Because here's the thing is we've all been being played. You know, we all think of love in, the romantic sense, or we all think of love. We've been programmed to think of love a certain way, and that's not what love is. And so everybody searches for it, but nobody really knows what it is. And it's done on purpose. You see what I'm saying? So the whole thing about this shit, the divine is wanting for us to know it's okay for us to be our authentic selves. It's okay for us to be our playful selves. It's okay for us to be our entrepreneurial selves. Okay? Now, crazy part about it, all of this stuff that's been going on in the US, right? All this shit happening on the anniversaries of all of these riots in this country. Okay? And now, what I'm saying, the 100-year anniversary of, when they bombed Black Wall Street in Tulsa. You see what I'm saying? Spirit is trying to show us something. Okay? Through all of the shit, through all the trauma that had happened over the course of history, okay? Over the course of patriarchy. This shit have caused many traumas within us deep. Okay? To the point where, you know how we talk about past lives and reincarnation and shit all the time? It got me to thinking, why was so many of us afraid to start our own businesses or do our own thing until now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are we just now getting back into that? You know what I mean? Get back into businesses, building, for real, for real. And it's because some of us, even though we block it out, our memory, some of us actually live lives, you know what I'm saying, during that time in Black Wall Street. Okay? A lot of us was living during the Roaring 20s, was affluent, you know what I mean? Was building businesses, you know what I mean? A lot like how we are now, but Great Gatsby-ish. You know what I'm saying? It was fly though. Same deal. You know what I mean? Just a different era. And I feel like that's a part of the reason why we've been so afraid to build and do our own shit to this day. Because every time you build it, here comes somebody destroying it and destroying you. You see what I'm saying? Getting blown up. You see what I'm saying? Like, for it to just have been a normal motherfucking day, you getting up to go check on your businesses, do your thing and shit, and then all of a sudden you getting bombs dropped on you by your own government. You see what I'm saying? It'll make you feel subconsciously, it'll make you feel like, well, why? Why would I go through all of this trying to build? Lifetime after lifetime, building, 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 building. From these motherfuckers that just come to kill me or destroy it or fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It instills like a level of fear or like it was almost like this cap. It was almost like this boundary. Like by doing that, like they put a cap or imaginary boundary in your mind. You know what I'm saying? In your genetic structure. For a long time in our families, everybody just went to work and worked for someone else until they died. And this is what's been going on the last 100 years. Ever since in the 20s, they started bombing Black Wall Streets all over this country. And then Tulsa was not the only one. Okay? The whole early 1900s, or late 1800s, early 1900s, full of riots in this country, full of incidents, full of massacres of them, bombing affluent, predominantly Black affluent areas. You know what I mean? After that, I guess they just stopped bombing shit and just started rioting because they invented insurance by that time. So they have rioters come through and bust up everything, and then they just get to write it off. Ain't that fucked up? But meanwhile, your community in shambles and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, and all this time you just be trying to live your life. And so it's like for a long time we haven't been building. We haven't been going for ours. Like for real. We haven't even dared to dream again until recently. You see what I'm saying? Because the second you dare to dream and get to building your shit, here comes somebody trying to fuck it up. Like, it's real. So, a lot like how people will try to use your own love against you, you know? They think you gullible, think you naive, right? And they think that you can be manipulated based upon your feelings and your love for them, right? It worked for a minute. That shit ain't working. This shit ain't working. This new paradigm shift. I don't know what the fuck they thought. That shit's that whole shit's getting shut down. Okay, why? Because they don't know. They just think they're manipulating a person, right? But what these energies don't know is that they're being controlled by other low level entities that's trying to stop the divine star seeds. They're being possessed by lower level entities and being utilized. That's what they don't know. That's A. B. B. Why they think that they're just manipulating a person due to their naivete? No, that innocence, that light, that's the divine love within them. That's the God source within them. That energy. So they've literally been trying to use the love of God against his own self. Okay? Programming infinite, ever expansive creation, reprogramming it and tricking it into like imploding on itself. You see what I'm saying? Oh shit. It's getting kind of deep now. I thought it was gonna be simple. I thought it was just gonna be about feeling free and shit. And my guys is like, well, it is. But I guess like the level of which we having to break free is different. Okay. Like escaping physical slavery, right? That's one thing. Right? We've already done that to a certain degree. Okay. Now, the warfare, the slavery this time is mental, it's metaphysical. You see what I'm saying? It's your energy, you see what I'm saying, in your mental mind that they're controlling. You see what I mean? So it's like having to learn how to fight. You know what I mean? Having to learn in which manner to fight. You know what I mean? Like, the fight isn't what we think it is. The fight is a lot more subtle. Why? Because everything about existence, even though existence is infinite, everything about it is real simple. It's real simplistic. It's not until we overcomplicate and shit that it becomes a problem. Okay? These energies that seek to, you know, program us, you know what I'm saying, full of fear, pump us full of fear and shit, make us afraid to go after our dreams, after our destinies. Um, Using our own love against us. Okay, they think it's naivete. It's the unconditional love of God. Okay, it's actually a gift. And not only that, it's dumb because if you do energy work, right? You do spell work, or you're a magician, or you're trying to control or manipulate energy or a situation to your benefit. Here's the thing: you're forgetting about how energy is. Energy's infinite. We're talking about the infinite all. Okay? You as a God source, you're infinite. Everything is infinitely you. So if you're manipulating an energy outside of yourself for malevolent means, you see what I'm saying? You're only doing it to yourself. You're only bringing it right back on yourself. You see what I'm saying? You're to do it to another is to do it to yourself. Literally. You see what I'm saying? Because the way energy is. So when you're manipulating energy to do it in that manner, okay, against innocence, against divine love, okay, I mean, it's kind of high treason. It's kind of high treason, isn't it? You know? Damn. But there's nothing wrong. See, and they do that. You know why? It was to trick you out of your love of self. You see what I'm saying? That's how deep this shit is. Standing in your inner truth and discovering your love of self, that's what liberates you. That's what sets you free. That's that free feeling. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you're young and you were childlike, you know, like that chick on her trike in the beginning of the movie, like I was talking about. When you're young, that's all you know. That's your life. That free energy, that loving energy, you know, the world tricks us out of that. You know what I mean? They bully and reprogram you and trick you and shit out of love of self. So now you're not innocent. You're not playful. You're not joyous. You're gullible. You're naive. You see what I'm saying? You're not, you go from being free and infinite possibilities of your godship as a divine star seed to a fucking slave in the matrix. Just because what somebody else think. You see what I'm saying? That shit dangerous, man. Now I see why Spirit bringing it up. Because like, damn, my God. Okay, don't be trying to go all deep and they they said it. They even do it on a scientific level. They do this shit on every fucking level. You know? You know what I'm saying? That's done fucking with the particles and trying to split certain atoms and you see what I'm saying? On just some straight magician in reverse ass shit. I don't fuck. Uh they do it on a macro and micro scale. Seriously. And so this is the war. So this is how do you fight something like that? Well, it starts with your mind. So if you being bombarded by negative thoughts or pessimistic thoughts, right? Every time you feel like, man, I'm gonna work on this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. All of a sudden you get bombarded with thoughts of why you can't or why you shouldn't or why you should wait or you know what I'm saying? You get bombarded with distractional energies. The fight in that moment is to press forward and do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I be having streams or shit scheduled. I be having readings and shit scheduled. It be all kind of distractions. For 2 weeks, my internet went down. All kind of shit. All kind of motherfuckers trying to stop these messages and shit. Like the point is, do it anyway. As so, that's how we fight. You know, it's really y'all. It's so big was so subtle. The shit that they talking about. Can I pull cards yet or not? They said, sure, I guess I can go for cards now. Yeah, it's like oh, that's just terrible. Like, it's like one of them crazy movies where, the main character be on some crazy suicide mission and shit. I feel like that's the government or that's these entities that be doing all of this shit. Because what the fuck? If existence don't exist, motherfucker, that mean you cease to too. Okay? And even if you are an egomaniac and shit, how strong is your motherfucking ego? I thought the point was to motherfucking exist. What the fuck is what's the point of the power and the money hungry and destroy and shit if you ain't gonna even be here to watch the shit get destroyed? I'm trying to help me understand. Okay? And you destroy yourself in the process. What the fuck is the point in that shit? Nothing but to stop you, but to stop divine love. People just, well, I shouldn't say people. It's really energies of other entities. You know what I'm saying? Because we divine star seeds. This shit been going on for eons. From star to star. Just like the spiritual warfare we fight where we have to, deal with everybody thinking that we gullible and naive and trying to play on our good nature and manipulate us and shit about the shit and all the time. Use our own good nature against us and shit. Okay. Everything that they do to us, to entrap and enslave us and kill us, they do it to Mother Gaia too. You see what I'm saying? They do it to the planet too. They rape and pillage the people. They rape and pillage the earth. You see what I'm saying? They destroy the people, destroy a community. Well, you just dropped a bomb on a whole fucking region. You know what I'm saying? Deforestation and shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is the Shirley Caesar of destruction. You name it. However the fuck they go about it. They doing all of it. And it don't just destroy us, it destroy the planet too. And that's what my guys meant when they said it's even scientific that they doing it as above, so below. This is how they get down. You see what I'm saying? Because, and this is the problem. And see, that's why shit, never mind quarantine during COVID. That's why this part of the motherfucking galaxy under motherfucking quarantine now, because this shit is a threat on fucking existence as a whole. If it's threatening the people, it threatened Mother Gaia. If it threatened Mother Gaia, it's threatening the cosmic mother. I mean, it's threatening the whole universe, nigga. It's threatening all of existence. You know all of them demonstrations and shit that they did with COVID and shit, how far and fast it can spread and shit, being airborne and all like that and shit. The energy that they're in is just like the virus they create. That's why they created the virus. It's the energy that they was motherfucking in. Okay? And just like they claim that shit could spread all every motherfucking where, that's how infectious this bullshit would be if it got out into the rest of the fucking galaxy, it would fucking destroy the fucking universe. Never mind just killing Gaia and making her go, no, but nah. This the real life Star Wars. You the real life Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Seeds. And that's on the game. What the world? Oh Lord. They just brought up Atlantis. Hold on. I didn't know we was gonna be channeling this much. What the what? This shit just got really, really deep. So apparently this has something to do with the Lemuria shit and the Atlantis shit. Now, Atlantis was not just here on Earth. Okay. That was one intergalactic base. One. Atlantis. You know how? Okay. Here's how my guys is putting it to me. Is that? Oh, that's Commander Ashtar too, I think. Okay. Okay. What he's saying is, you know how we have gas stations and shit? How, it might be the Shell station where you at, or it might be a Citgo or a Super America or BP or something like that, right? How we use gas stations and shit. Okay. Certain crystalline cities was like stations or was like hubs, but on an intergalactic level. So like how we got Super Americas, that's how there kind of was Atlantis and shit. Okay. Yes, there was kingdoms and they was kind of ran and shit, or like crystalline cities and they were kind of ran, but they were like hubs. Like for intergalactic travel, you could stop there, fuel up. You know what I'm saying? You know, like how we got tourist spots now. Same shit. You know, ain't shit changed with the day on the calendar. We've been Star World to World doing the same shit. See, oh, something about where energy began to get distorted. This is why standing in your inner truth and in your love of self is so important, and being unmovable and unshakable in regards to it. Because there's other as energies or beings that will come along and they will say things to try to pull you in, or you know what I'm saying, trick you into shit. You know, really they'll play off your ego is really what it is. You know what I mean? To trick you into engaging in some other shit. If you don't remember your true fucking purpose and what the hell you really were here to do. You know what I mean? And so, like, this is what happened. This is how, those crystalline cities, those situations became corrupt Um, oh, that it's like it's part of why we even have to do shadow work and shit because certain distortions got created when we did certain shit. Um, and it's leading to like a whole situation with as far as like so now I have to do a whole spiritual talk on magical integrity, basically. Okay, energetic and magical integrity is what they getting at. Cause at some point we got played. And it's because one fell for an illusion. You know what I'm saying? One thought that they became bigger than the whole. Or one forgot that they was the fucking whole. One forgot that they were the infinite all and got traded out of their infiniteness. They got played out their infiniteness. And so this is why it's important to, yes, we have to remember certain things about our ancestors and about what happened in past lives, but we cannot get what they're saying is we can't get caught up on that, and we can't we well, you could be ancestors if you want to, but be advised you just gonna make the same mistakes that they made or fuck up in similar way. You have to be better. You see what I'm saying? You didn't come to be them. You came to be better. You were born more than. You see what I'm saying? Everything gets rebirth greater than the previous thing. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what. Okay, come through, spirit. Everything that's born forth from something is born greater than the previous thing. You're greater than your parents. Your parents was greater than their grandparents. And you greater than all of them. Why? Because existence create it does the shit better and better and better and better. That's what the fuck existence does. Okay? We're not gonna create the infinite all and just create infinite bullshit. We're gonna create infinite quality shit. You understand? So here's where the distortions and shit come into play at. You know, with certain entities being able to come through with energies like jealousy. You see what I'm saying? When certain entities be able to come through and kind of inject fear. You see what I'm saying? Or when certain that jealousy, that envy, all that shit. Okay? It's based off of it's based off of distortion. A distortion is really just like an illusion, basically. Okay? And what the fuck? Yo, this shit getting kind of deep around this motherfucker, you know? Shit. So that's where we get fucked up at. Because existence just wants to create, just like how we grow and evolve and want to become better and better, and we work to do that every day. We do that because that's what existence does. That's what happens when you're a part of the divine, you're a part of the creation. Everything about that is just wanting to do it better, do it more better. So when you birth forth something and it's better than you, that's an illusion or a distortion to be jealous than what the fuck you just created. Because what you just created was a more highly evolved version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? But yet, here we are dealing with it. I'm doing readings and they keep coming out about parents. You know what I'm saying? Being jealous of their children or their gifts or their courage to pursue their dreams. You know what I mean? Because they're still paralyzed and stuck in the illusion, in the distortion, in the fear, in the whatever. You know? And so this is why star seeds get bullied. This is why star seeds get, you know, abused or neglected or, you know what I'm saying, by everybody. Because it's energies that's using the people around you to try to break you down and try to snuff out that God light. They were trying to snuff out your innocence. They were trying to snuff out your love. If they weren't trying to feed on it, they was trying to destroy it. If they couldn't feed on it, one or the other. So, like, this shit deep as hell. It's a part of why we have to do shadow work, because a few of these incarnations, when we figure out who we are, we just go back to doing the same shit we did, but nobody ever picked up on the error or the mistakes that got made to figure out what not to repeat. You know what I mean? Because we've been locked in a slave type situation, you just be happy to figure out you was a god or a goddess before, a king before. You just be excited just about that. Let me take on that archetypal again. You see what I'm saying? And leave it like that. But truth be told, is when you were in that power, you mishandled certain shit. Or manipulated certain shit when you were in that power. It caused a distortion. It caused a ripple in the space-time continuum. It caused a distortion to go out that you was gonna have to deal with later. And so now here we are, having to clear this shit up. Because what Spirit say in the beginning? We Christ consciousness. We are divine love embodied. We are the infinite all. We are God's source. Us all together, collectively. So if our kind energies exist, and the evil ETs and shadow governments and all this bullshit exists, it come from somewhere, don't it? And the original fucking distortions that went out in the first fucking place. The whole shit's run off of illusion. All the shadow government did was figure out how to take a distortion and make the same distortion a way of life. It created like a shadow parallel universe or a shadow paradigm and shit. You see what I'm saying? That's part of why we have to do the shadow work. It's part of how everything became split in the first place. And it's all due to an illusion or a distortion or a misconception. Because the infinite all is the infinite all. You are infinite and everything is infinitely you. So that means the distortions came from somewhere. It came from a distorted way of which that maybe you were looking at something at first. Like, that's why they say separation is an illusion. And I think it's the biggest one. And I think that's what they're getting at. because like they said it's cellular. They said this shit go is scientific. So even though everything is the infinite all, right? Let's take it all the way down to atoms and cells and shit. The infinite all, it grows and expands. Okay? Upon the creation and reproduction of more atoms, more cells. Da, da, da. Energy feeds on itself and it expands, it grows, it gets bigger. Okay. But cells, in order to grow, like they split, they divide, you know what I'm saying? They divide and multiply. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But when a cell splitting from itself to grow to create other cells, do that cell attack itself or do that cell still understand? No, I'm still the same cell. I'm just growing to be bigger and create even more of me and more other cells. The misconception or the illusion come in at the fact that when the cells split, some asshole cell thought, okay, I split from you, so I'm different from you. I'm better than you. I'm this and I'm this and I'm that. Forgetting where it comes from, that it's still a part of where it just split from. The illusion, the distortion, based off of what? Egoic pride. That's what I'm saying. So it's weird. Everybody wants joy in their life, right? Everybody wants joy, some form of pleasure, happiness, or something. So, of course, that's an illusion or a distortion. For somebody to be jealous or envious just because you're happy, just because you shine in your God light how you was meant to, just because you try to move from your heart, you try to operate in love. You know what I'm saying? That's an illusion. That's a distortion within them to see you as gullible and naive, and they can play on that. You see what I'm saying? But it's not just any old distortion, it's the same old one. Just like just like Anita Baker said, the same old loving baby, we the same old loving baby, yes. But that's the same old distortion. That's the same old shit. This is why shadow work is. This is why karma is. This is why these that's why balance is necessary. You see what I'm saying? Because now they created this situation of this whole separate shadow. It's like a shadow multiverse. Like this shit kind of crazy. It's like an episode of Rick and Morty. That's crazy because I got on the Rick and Morty shirt. Ah, okay. I'm trying to see what the hell else gonna come out because this whole shit took a whole left turn. I'm gonna have to watch this shit back. These channel messages got real deep. I ain't pulling out one card. Anything else, Spirit, before I sign off? What's the point? Bring it full circle? So that's why the innocence is on the fence. I guess by on the fence, they mean on the line. Because they're trying to create situations to where, you know, your happiness, your joy, or you doing things for the authentic fun of it, where that shit is limited right now. When that's like the number one thing we need. And it's on the fence because, you know, You could do it, but then people still judge you. You know what I mean? People still, are you willing to be judged? Are you willing to have people looking at you like you're different? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like they can't stand you just because you unique. Because what? Because divine love is under attack on every level. For the past year or something, they just made you sketchy about even hugging or kissing a family member or a child. A high five, a hug. All of that shit was under attack, been under attack. On the love on its minute level, the expression of it, it's under attack, man. You is your divine love. We're the Christ consciousness. Us as star seeds. We're divine love. And we are reincarnated. We're embodied. But that's what it is. Because in order to be a guardian of the galaxy, in order to be a gatekeeper or any of this shit, a high priestess, a holder of knowledge, to do any of that shit, you have to first give a fuck, right? You have to first care, right? Why would you care? You would only care because you understand that it's you, that that it's infinitely you. That's why you give a shit. Because otherwise there'd be some extension of you having to deal with the other bullshit somewhere else later. So you might as well just clear up all your bullshit now. Type energy. It's like I don't know what we was doing in these lifetimes or in Atlantis or in Numeria. I don't know what we was doing, but we abused some powers or something that created a lot of distortions. I feel like that's how a lot of these archon energies even got created and shit like that, from what I'm being shown. And so not only were we clearing up karma from past lifetimes here on earth, we've been clearing up karma from, you know, times when we've lived other places, other stars. We're balancing out karma, like all of it. Like this is the divine trying to clear what went wrong in the first place. Man, it's pretty deep. So now we have to have discussions on inter, in, magical integrity. What is integrity? I don't know what that is. Entirety? We have to have discussions on energetic and magical integrity because that's where all the distortions and shit happen at. That's where all the negative karmic kickback happens at. And It's like almost like that's the distortion, that's the disease, that's the virus, that's what's spreading, that's wrong. And so that's what spirit's trying to fix. And though it doesn't seem like it could help, our innocence, our joy, our playfulness, us resurrecting our childhood dreams, us resurrecting those courage and passions just to be our goofy, unique, weird selves, even though it don't seem like how the fuck could that possibly help? That's exactly what's under attack. So that's exactly what will help. It's the divine love within you. So spirits encouraging the divine star seeds to bring all of that out. Do what you enjoy. Do what truly makes you happy, something that truly makes you smile, you know, dance, joke, you know, get out there and, laugh, dance, sing, perform, express, because that's what you were meant to do. You're an expression of divine love. That's what you were meant to do, is express the divine love. You see what I mean? And that's how you fight. That's how we win. You know? It's deep kinda. So stay tuned for the spiritual talks on magical integrity. I guess they'll be coming soon. Peace and love supreme to the soul tribe, man. Hope it resonates. Let me know in the comment section if any of this shit makes sense. Cause I feel like I just been babbling for an hour. I don't even know. I can't wait to watch the playback and see. All right. Peace and love supreme to you all.